Straw Hut Media.
All the women who independent, throw your hands up at me. This is Release Date Rewind, an AI-free podcast that celebrates movies and TV shows for their milestone anniversaries. Once upon a time, there were three very different little girls who grew up to be three very different women with three things in common. They're brilliant, they're beautiful, and they work for me. My name is Charlie, Mark J. Parker, and I'm a movie lover just like you, and a movie maker too. Thank you for listening to this on your favorite podcast app, thanks to the Straw Hut Media Network, or on the You Run Podcast Network, or watching this on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, you might see, and if you're listening, you might be able to hear that I'm not in my normal setup. I'm still in southern New Jersey visiting my parents. Well, everybody, you can't talk about the year 2000 without mentioning one of the biggest, most successful, most fun movies that came out in theaters that year. So today, I have another great group of gals with me to celebrate McG's 25-year-old Charlie's Angels movie. So grab your friends, wear your disguises, and if you'd like to watch or rewatch this movie before continuing, it's currently streaming in the US on Netflix. Heads up, everybody, we also chat just a little bit about the sequel, Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, which isn't currently streaming somewhere with a subscription in the US, but you can, of course, find it in different places. All right, private investigators and mysterious millionaires, put on your wigs and do some high kicks because it's time to rewind. I have my angels here. I guess I'm Bosley or maybe Charlie. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But good morning, angels. I got the girls from Why the Flick, one of my favorite podcasts. Girls are here. We got Danielle, Claire, Alex. We got to figure out who's Lucy, who's Cameron,
I
who's
was just
Drew,
that.
right?
Wait, I just want to say hello, Mark.
That's what I wanted to do. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, here, let's
we can do it all at the same time.
Okay, ready?
We need to
Okay.
practice.
Good morning, angels.
Hello.
Good morning, Mark.
Wait, good morning. What do we do? Okay, we're
That's
obviously
okay.
not.
I feel like they always
Yeah.
say good morning,
This
right?
is like
Even
good
though it's not
morning.
good morning at all for
Let's
us.
do good
right?
morning.
Okay.
Should we-
Okay.
okay,
Do it
okay,
again.
ready?
Yeah.
Okay, take two. Okay. Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Mark.
Love
You're
it.
not
It's
singing
great.
about, like,
That was
come on.
great.
Reboot right here. We have our cast.
Good morning, angels.
Good morning, Charlie.
Dylan, Alex, Natalie, I hope you're rested and ready for your next assignment.
How long has everyone known each other here? Years?
Years,
At this point,
years. Yeah.
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 Did you-
Hey. Yeah.
When did
Alex
you
and I
start
have
your
known each
show?
other the least amount, but I would
Yeah.
say it's been
Okay.
years now at this point.
Years.
At least a couple of years.
Yeah. When
Yeah.
did you start? When did you start? Why the flick? How many years has it
Well,
been?
Oh my gosh. I think it's been 4 years now.
Okay. Yeah. Long time.
So I had started Why the Flick, 4 years ago. I had an old co-host. It's gone through several different iterations of life stages. And so this most recent season, though, it's the three of us together.
Love it. I feel like it's working well. Yeah, you guys got
I
good
think so.
chemistry.
I
I was
mean,
just chatting with Return to
I'm loving
Oz
it.
with you guys about that, right? Yeah, this is a good group. I feel like you're kind of like Destiny's Child in that way, and what a great connection. Because I mean,
Wow.
hey,
I'm
Beyonce
feeling
and
really
Kelly,
good right now. I'm like,
right?
I'm a chart.
I know.
Well, and
Like,
I
Mark's
had
our
the-
hype man.
I had the Charlie's Angels soundtrack, and I'm pretty sure the
Oh,
first
yeah.
song on it is a Destiny's Child song.
Yes.
Probably. Is it
I bought
the
it,
independent
whatever.
theme?
Independent Woman
Yeah,
part one.
yeah.
Right?
Independent
I
Woman
believe.
Part
Yeah.
One.
There was a part 2, but was that on the same album or was that like a different
don't
album?
think
I should look this
so.
up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what independent part 2 would be, but part 1, oh my God, all over the radio station. Do you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
remember? Like, that was such a big question. Oh, the beginning was Lucy Liu with my
Yeah.
girl
Yeah,
Drew,
they do a call out.
Yeah.
Cameron
Yeah.
and Destiny, right? Oh,
It was
You wouldn't
like
think that would play well on the radio, but
I miss
it's that
those
good of a
days,
bop,
though.
I guess.
oh,
Yeah.
I miss
wow.
those days where things were made like that, like in Moulin Rouge, the whole Lady Marmalade, like
Oh
all of
my
that. Like I
God.
just love the
Iconic.
whole,
Right?
yeah.
Truly iconic. Yeah, okay,
Mhm.
I have to ask you. Every now and then this comes up, and I feel like I just have to stop everything and ask. If the Lady Marmalade group was formed today, if there were 4 women, 4 singers, for whatever reason, doing Lady Marmalade today, who would it be? Who do you think? Like, who's the Christina? Who was it? It was Christina, Pink, Maya, and Lil Kim.
Sabrina
and
Carpenter would be
Missy Elliott.
one.
Sabrina
Ooh,
Carpenter, Chapel Roan.
yes.
Yeah.
So smart.
I think probably Megan Thee Stallion is probably in
Oh
there.
my God, yes.
And
Who do you think's the
Alex.
fourth? Maybe.
I love this question.
Isn't it? Oh, I think about it too much. I'm like, now, okay.
Put Missy Elliott back in there.
Oh, Missy Elliott should.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, she should be back, right? She'll
She
just still
deserves
be
to go
there,
back
like
in.
Never left.
Yeah.
emceeing, right?
Still the
But
top. Yeah.
if Megan is sort of like the Lil Kim, because Sabrina's like the Christina, and then who was the other one you were saying? Oh, Chapel. Chapel's
I feel like
totally
Chapel
like
would be maybe Christina because she has
Yeah,
the purple.
the
yes,
range.
yes, and that
The
the big
range,
look,
yeah.
right? So maybe it's Chapel. Sabrina is maybe the Maya. So who?
Hillary
would be, like,
Duff.
Hillary.
Wow. I mean, she is
Came
having a comeback, so
Which I do love her new song. Oh my gosh, I love it. Have you heard it?
I haven't heard it. It's
Maybe like a
mature, right?
clip.
Check it out,
Yeah, I
ladies.
know, I need
Oh,
to.
it's good. She's back. Okay, yeah, maybe she's like, I could imagine her in the music video turning around, being like, "Miss me? I'm back. Hey, girls." Right? But okay, out of the three of you, who is the Cameron, the Lucy, and the Drew? What do we think? Who do you feel?
Should
Alex,
we
you
say
want to
who
go
we
first?
feel we are, or
Yeah,
who we
tell
think
me
the others
exactly, Claire. Tell me, who do you each think like you
are?
are?
We have our Alex.
We have
Yeah,
our Alex.
except
So is
I'm
Alex
not
Alex?
like the
Alex
at all. Yeah.
I think for me, I feel like I'm most like Natalie.
Okay. You're Cameron D.
Alex is Dylan, and Danielle is Alex.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I like
See
that.
that.
I see
Actually,
that.
that would do the same
I'll
thing.
take that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you
That's
guys
totally fine
agree?
with me.
Are we co-signing this? Yeah.
Yeah.
Works for me.
I would on it. Yeah.
I would.
say the same
I'm
thing.
honored to be Lucy Liu's character. That's all.
Oh
Yeah,
my
just-
God. I feel
Totally
like,
honored.
because, Lucy was sort of, I guess, the least famous at this time. So,
Apparently.
Cameron and
Yeah.
I mean, of course, Drew has been acting since like birth, basically, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
wow, like, I just feel like they all get great stuff to do, but Lucy really gets some awesome stuff to do in this movie, right?
This launches
She really
like her
does.
whole Kill Bill career, doesn't
Yes.
it?
Mm.
Like
Absolutely. That came out a
Yeah.
few years later. And it's so funny you bring that up, Alex, because rewatching this was my first rewatch in a while. I mean, I saw this in the theater. I think I still own the DVD, but I have not touched this in a while. But it really made me think of The Matrix the year prior, which of course, I mean, that was kind of being spoofed.
It even
and
has like a dodging
right?
bullet.
yeah,
thing.
Yeah,
So, like,
absolutely.
it's just
dodging bullets.
there's so much
Straight from the
slow
Matrix.
motion action dodging.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's giving me Matrix, a little bit of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, which was about to come out. That was like a month later. And then it totally made me think of Kill Bill, which this was, ahead of Kill Bill. And with the whole Lucy Liu connection. I mean, her doing the massage and everything. I'm just like, this is giving me Kill Bill vibes. And I like
Yeah.
it, right? So when did you ladies first see Charlie's Angels? Danielle, when did you see it in the theater?
Oh, this was my first time ever watching it.
I know.
Yeah. Never ever
Wow.
seen it before. I think I was just too young when it
Yeah.
first came out, and my parents wouldn't let me watch movies for older kids. So
Okay.
I just kind of missed the boat on it.
Yep.
And yeah, I don't know. But I loved it. It was such a fun watch. It was just,
So
I loved
wild.
like the lightning fast pacing.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was ridiculous. Basically the entire movie, I was going, what is happening? But I had a really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, first time, but I could see myself rewatching this. And I also do really want to see the sequel, Full Throttle, for sure.
Totally. Check it out. I mean, like I said, I only got halfway through my rewatch of the sequel, but I saw that in theaters too. And it gets a lot of hate. And I'm not sure why.
Why?
I like
I was
it. Yeah.
watching it, and I was like,
Okay.
this is so fun.
It's so fun.
Yeah, like I
And it's
was watching it.
basically, in my opinion, it's so similar to the first movie. Am I right? Claire, would you agree?
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
it's not that
beat for
different.
beat.
Right?
No, less
I don't know
cultural
why.
appropriation. In
Yeah.
It's like Return to Oz, how it has like the same the same things going on, just different.
Totally.
Yeah,
Slight
There's
tweaks.
TikTok. There's Mombi. No.
Yeah.
I guess Demi is Mombi.
Is a cinephile really gonna like Charlie's Angels in any iteration?
I mean,
I don't know.
If they don't,
Yeah.
they're not your cinephile. They're not your kind of cinephile, am I right?
I don't think the first one did super well with critics either.
No.
Like there
Yeah.
was some definite, like Roger Ebert gave it a half a star.
Ooh, was it
That's
that
really
so
hated
rude.
it.
Cold. Yeah.
Oh my
It's so rude. I
God.
agree. But anyway, just yeah,
Cold. That is
to
so
mention that.
cold. Oh my God, Robert.
yeah, rough.
For shame. How about you, Claire? When did you first see this?
I probably watched it when I was in my like early teens, so quite a few years after it came. Like I didn't see it in theaters. I didn't see it for a while. I probably saw it at like my best friend's house, and we watched it when it was on TV, and we were like, "Oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever!" And we just loved it so much. So it's very iconic to me in that way.
Oh yeah, it's so fun, and of that time, I love seeing like the cell phones. Because this actually,
the Nokia, oh my God.
Nokia phones. I had a Nokia cell phone. I was 13 when this came out. And I remember I went to the theater with my two friends, and it was, for whatever reason, I will always remember, this was the first time I went to a movie theater with a cell phone. And it was my dad's old Nokia. He just like kind of just gave me his phone. He had a new phone. And I remember like calling and being like, okay, the movie's done. Come pick me up. Like it was so cool, you know? So yeah, to see the Nokia phones, I'm just like, yep, that was me.
Takes you back.
Right?
Yeah, literally.
How about you, Alex? When did you first see it? Do you have a memory of?
I really think it was probably a holiday with family. We didn't really do like when we were selecting movies to watch together as a family when we were all together, like there wasn't really consideration for like the age group and stuff. There wasn't really like, oh, we shouldn't show this to children.
Right there,
yeah. So I feel like a lot of movies I saw probably too young, but this one probably around like 10 or 11 years old.
Nice.
And watching it now, I'm like, yeah, there are some questionable parts in here for like, prepubescent like kid. Just but no, I loved it when I was a kid. It made me feel very like women can be tough type of thing. You know, like I wanted to be like these women when I got older. So yeah. So, and of course, we've talked about Spy Kids on our podcast, and like this is like adult Spy Kids. So
yeah, 100% agree.
Yeah,
agreed.
Super the gadgets and things. Definitely.
I'm trying to remember when was the first Spy Kids? Was that right after this, or did it already come out? Do you guys remember?
We did it on our. I know we should. 2001. Yes.
2001.
Oh, okay. It was the year after. Oh, that makes perfect sense then. They had to be inspired by this.
It has the 2000s vibes for sure.
Yes, it's very Y2K.
Totally. We'll be right back.
They go where no one else dares. They do what no one else can. So when there's only one chance to get it right, they're the ones to call.
Who are you people?
Damn, I hate to fly.
But they only answer to me. My name is Charlie.
I actually watched the sequel on my own recently. So
cool. All right. Yeah.
We're hankering for it.
Yeah, you just were like, let's watch Demi be a kick-ass
I couldn't remember if I had ever seen it, and then I watched it and I was like, oh, I've seen this.
Yeah,
I'm gonna watch
totally.
Yeah. I thought going in, I was like, maybe I have seen Charlie's Angels and I just don't remember. And then from the very beginning scene, which is, I mean, just a lot of craziness happens in the beginning. I was like, nope. Definitely have not seen this. I would remember this. Like this would have been seared into my brain forever if I'd watched this when I was a teenager.
The mask reveal, right? Yep.
Oh yeah.
A very cool thing about that opening scene where they're showing like all the past like situations the angels have been in and stuff. I was reading that they pulled inspiration from old episodes of Charlie's Angels. So like specifically the one where they're like chained up together was like an episode of Charlie's Angels. I thought that was such a good idea. Just like
so funny. Yeah. It's a great, it really like walks that fine line of spoof and like loving homage. Do you know what I mean? Like it really is like it loves its source material, but what makes it so fun is it like those moments where it's like, what are they even doing? You know, and it's like kind of mocking what came before them.
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't take itself too seriously, which I feel like is great when you're remaking something. Like don't get so wrapped up. You know,
there was a moment where I was like, are they going to dress as every single culture that exists in the world? And then I read the Wikipedia page of the original show, and I was like, oh, they were kind of just doing what the original did in those instances. Like that was, they would always, I guess, be dressed up as a German lederhosen girl in an episode of the television show. So I guess there was a purpose to it. I mean, there were some questionable moments in this version. I don't know why there had to be some skin darkening happening at one point. I was like totally unnecessary because no one else no one else is doing that. Yep. Why are you doing that, Drew? Right. But yeah, I was like, well, at least some of it had a purpose.
Yeah.
I feel like most of it did, and then most of it was totally I feel like aged well, and then there's a couple things that are like, and it's
the ass cam maybe.
Oh yeah. Well, also, it's funny because it was directed by Mick G, so straight guy directing a very girl power movie. So I'm glad it's as good as it is, because a different guy would have kind of made it just like sexy time, you know what I mean? So and we definitely could be worse. We definitely get some sexy time, like that whole like when they come out of the water, the ocean, and like,
oh my god,
towards, entering like the final act, and Cameron's unzipping,
taking off their wetsuits.
I vividly remember that as a child and being like, oh no, are we about to see naked body? Like just being like, oh no, like
I can't handle this.
I'm not prepared for this. Yeah.
Right? If it was like 10 years prior, we might have. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like late 80s, early 90s, we might have seen some like non-sexy like boobs just out and about, because that was what was happening in comedies, So luckily, no. Although I feel like, honestly, rewatching, and I kind of watched like the first half yesterday, second half today, when Drew is naked in that funny moment hanging, we do see a little bit of boobage.
You almost see something.
Did
hardly covered.
Yeah, it's like kind of blurred, but like when she's falling
in post,
like she does not. I'm just sort of surprised they don't fall. They don't have her like kind of turn and fall. She's falling back, and I'm like, okay, we see a little, But hey, whatever. She looks great. They all look amazing. I mean, such beauties, right?
Oh, they're gorgeous. Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Oh yeah, did you guys ever see the original show? Have you ever seen an episode of the Charlie's Angels show?
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
No, me neither.
Yeah, I feel like I saw one episode a long time ago just to see, and I mean, it's an old 70s show. It's like Brady Bunch, like, or Murder, She Wrote. Like, I just feel like you've seen one, you probably have seen them all. They're all great.
That's what I was thinking. It would probably be not as exciting as you would think it would be, is what I feel about a lot of older TV.
Right. I mean, because it was cute and fun, but like they definitely took themselves more seriously on the show for sure. So what makes the movie so fun is the comedy. I mean, that we see these girls who are kind of like nerds. I mean, like Cameron, Natalie is a nerd, right?
Yeah,
but she's such a babe. She's like kind of like the perfect like girl that way, that it's like, oh my god, you look like that and you dance and you got a nice booty and all this stuff, but like you're such a dork, so likable.
So awkward.
They're all kind of a little imperfect that way. I get like, I say imperfect meaning like from the like traditional straight guy, like cool girl, I guess, because like we got a little bit of a dork. Alex is like kind of like intimidating and like aggressive, and not super, she's like, she's whipping things and super tough, right? And then of course Dylan is kind of like a delinquent. I love it. She's like, when we see her name on screen, like she's giving the finger, like she's punk rock.
She's punk.
She is tough. She's very much like the tomboy. I wonder if like they made a movie today, if one of them would be queer. It seems like Dylan might be like the queer one.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's some queer coding or something in
my girlfriend was like, when she had like seen this when she was, I don't know, like a teenager or whatever, and she was like obsessed with Dylan when she shows up in like that Stone Cold Steve Austin shirt.
Yes.
And like on the motorcycle, she was like such a tomboy as a kid. She was like, I wanted to be her so bad.
Dude, I relate.
Yeah, she would definitely be the queer coded.
I relate to your girlfriend a lot, because I also was like, I just want to wear boys' clothes when I was a kid. And I was
You're like, I just want to borrow kids' clothes and get on their bike to go to work.
It was so funny. She was like, this is my favorite scene, and it's just her riding up on like the motorcycle. I'm like, that wasn't even a scene. I was like, she literally just rode up on the motorcycle in a t-shirt.
I love that. I love that so much. Meanwhile, I forgot about that moment. It's funny, some moments I totally forgot about, but then some, like the opening with Drew, being revealed.
I forgot that. I forgot that. I was like, LL Cool J's in this?
Well,
like,
what?
Yeah, I always loved that part.
I think because it was just such a shock for my 13-year-old brain that it's like, oh my god, that's not LL Cool J. I thought he would. I thought when he lands in the boat, after the plane thing, skydiving. I figured like, oh, he's gonna be like, Angels, good work or something, and then Drew would like emerge, but it's like, oh no, that's Drew. Oh,
it's Drew. No, someone built an amazingly lifelike LL Cool J suit, and that is yeah.
another movie from an old TV show.
What are you gonna do?
Walk out.
And much like in the movie when like they're like kind of changing during like in the stairwell scene going after Crispin Glover, like all these like amazing disguises, wigs, outfits, they're just chucking them. They're just like, all right, someone will get that later, you know?
Yeah.
There should be like a spoof of like who is the assistant to the Charlie's Angels that goes around and like cleans up like their wigs and like just, you know?
They do spoof that in like a Scary Movie, don't they?
Scary Movie too.
Yeah, they like spoof them taking off all their clothes.
They undress in the stairwell and then they're all like, oh no, we're naked. And then when they do the pose where they lift their legs up, like pee comes out at that's in Scary Movie
That's
too.
right.
Wow.
Yes.
I love your knowledge of all the Scary movies.
I love
Everyone was like,
such a Scary Movie fan.
Like,
I love
oh
Scary
my God,
Movie.
the best. I've recently seen the first one like for the 100th time, but I have not seen the sequels in many years. So that's my next binge to get ready for 6. I remembered they did like that pose with the legs up, but I completely forgot
because as soon as they did the legs up, I was like, it looks like they're peeing, and I was like, I remember that from Scary Movie 2.
Yeah,
it's not a scary movie though. Why did they put that in?
I don't know.
I think it was just they love to like tap into big cultural moments, and this was one of them.
Before there were a bunch of niche movies that parodied stuff. So like Scary Movie was kind of the only like franchise doing that at the time, like taking specific parodies. I feel like
because they even parodied Matrix in like the first one. So
the first one, I'd say the one non-scary movie that the first one spoofs is Matrix, totally with Anna Faris, you know, doing the whole like thing with
the bullet,
right? Yes, the whole so good. Now, did you guys? Oh, this is what I want to ask. Now, you know, we have 2 movies. Of course, there was the original show. There was like a reboot show that Drew did produce, like for ABC that was short-lived. Did you have any of you seen the new Charlie's Angels from I think it was 2019 with like Kristen Stewart? I haven't seen that one. What do we think?
That's a general reaction. I feel like
I haven't seen it. You didn't? Okay.
I don't think I finished it. I think I made it like 75% of the way in and was just like, I do not care to finish this.
75. That's really
and it wasn't like a hate turned it off. It was like I am not paying attention. I don't care about this movie. I'm just gonna turn it off. Like I don't care.
Which is kind of like the worst, right? Because at least if you hate it, like if it's such a strong reaction, you're like, oh. But if it's just like
apathetic, just nothing.
It's interesting to me that I think Charlie's Angels has always had that controversy of being like, is it really empowerment or is it just sexualization? And so the first, like the TV show had that, and then this movie had that. But I feel like the 2019 version is where they kind of addressed the sexism inherent in it and did away with it, but then nobody really enjoyed it or watched it.
So that's when you do try to flip the script like that, but you do a really poor job of it, like artistically. So it's not like nice to watch. It's a great idea, but it's not.
Yeah. Because I guess what they did is one of the criticisms of Charlie's Angels that I saw was that, you know, if these people really are just as iconic as like James Bond, they wouldn't switch them out so often and give them different character names and then just call them Charlie's Angels. Like they would be, you know, superheroes in their own right. They would be more iconic. And then in the 2019 version, they made it so there are a bunch of Charlie's Angels. It's like a network of them. And then there's a bunch of Bosleys too. There's not just one Bosley that's instantly recognizable. Weird. That's a man. And it's supposed to be, I guess, more empowering in that way. And there's just other ways that they address like the sexualization that they just don't do it in the same way as they have in the other versions. But yeah, again, just I guess not as popular. Maybe not for that reason, but just maybe we deserve more with the 2019 version. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
I will say I think Bernie Mac is probably my favorite Bosley. Bill Murray's fantastic, but I love Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac was great as Bosley. In the
He's
sequel.
so goofy, right? And like they just look at me like Bosley. Like it's just so cheese, right?
Meet Roger Corwin. He's planning to steal a new software that can trace a voice signal anywhere in the world.
If this got into the wrong hands, it would be the end of privacy.
That's where you come in, Angels.
Charlie, would that mean undercover?
I'll leave that up to you, Bosley.
Yeah, Bill Murray was really good. I thought he you know, definitely did it well. And I mean, I just feel like comparing the version we're talking about with the 2019 version, I feel like even though Kristen Stewart, Elizabeth Banks, like big stars, there's something about the star power of this movie, right? Not even the women. Bill Murray, you have like Tim Curry.
So many people.
Tim Curry.
I was constantly like, that person is in this?
Yeah. Crispin Glover from Back to the Future.
Yes, right?
Yeah.
And like Luke Wilson. Like, I just feel like everyone is so perfect. Oh my gosh, so perfectly cast, right? And Sam Rockwell, before he was like Sam Rockwell, this was like, he was still new to us. You know what I mean?
I did not realize it was him until I read who was in this. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
I guess the hair threw me off. I don't know.
I had like, I had this movie gave me like a weird, strange crush on Sam Rockwell at like a teenage age. And, you know, honestly, the part where he turns on like the bump in music, I'm just like,
and he does the dance, and I'm like,
evil now.
That memory is seared into my brain.
Yep. Yeah, it would have been so easily manipulated.
I wrote in my notes, I was like, I appreciate all of Sam Rockwell's dancing, right?
Yeah, but I love that they let him do that. Yeah.
Oh, totally, right? I could see him being like a crush for many of us because he was sort of like a man boy, like the shaggy hair. He was like young, kind of a new face, but like, I'm sure like a lot of them were kind of around 30. I feel like the youngest one was Drew at only 25, producing and starring in this, you know? So yeah, I could see a lot of us just being like, oh, who's that? Because he's got that like Bieber hair, you know, back in the day, right?
He had Riz.
But I just feel like he had Riz, yes. Totally. You're keeping us young. But I'm going to set the scene for us. I want to hear what you think. This is what was going on in pop culture at this time. So some of us might have been aware. Danielle, maybe not you. You were, I feel like, who's the youngest here?
Alex are about the same age.
Danielle and I were in the same classes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
She just like was allowed to watch movies that I wasn't allowed to watch.
Yeah, no, I just didn't have a supervision.
You had no rules, Alex and I are so alike like that. Like my dad was showing me all kinds of horror movies, like definitely way too young, but he's like, it's a movie, it's fake, enjoy, right? So this is what was going on, everybody. So on the news side, so first of all, Charlie's Angels, just to recap, came out November 3rd, 2000, just a few days after Halloween. This is what was happening on the news side. We were just days away from the election between George W. Bush and Al Gore. So that's kind of like a weird, like none of us were probably caring. I know I wasn't really caring. I was like, Charlie's Angels, that's the priority, America. But no, we had a big election coming up in a couple days. On the music side, I can't wait to hear what you guys think. The number one song was Come On Over by Christina Aguilera. Come on over, right? Remember that music video very well.
Yeah.
Other songs in the top 10, talk about girl power. We have the Spice Girls Holler, which was like one of their last big kind of like hit singles that was on their last album. So good, so hot, Holler. Leanne Rimes, Can't Fight the Moonlight from Coyote Ugly. Right, which came out a couple months prior. Is this ringing a bell for any of you? Yeah. Okay, good. And then, of course, in the top 10 was obviously Destiny's Child, Independent Women, Part 1. Question, right? So, right? Exactly. So how does that make you feel? What are we thinking about those songs? Are there memories coming
I feel
back?
old.
I just remember that black CD of like, it was a black CD with green outlines of the Charlie's Angels, and it had child song, and I listened to it so many times in one of the rooms in the basement of our house, so you could see me.
Love it. You were just jamming out down there in peace and quiet. Yeah, I had both soundtracks for 1 and 2, and I loved them both. I remember the big theme song for Full Throttle was Pink's song, which got some hate, but I thought it was great as well. So like I was into all of the music because it was a great blend in both movies. Great blend of like modern stuff, but also some old stuff. There's like some Aerosmith, right? We get like
Baby Got Back.
Oh my God. Claire.
That scene, I was like, oh, I'm honed in. That's like one of my favorite scenes of the movie is when she's just feeling herself and all the people in the club are like, who is this crazy white girl?
I feel like, can I just say, I feel like we did not give Cameron Diaz enough credit for being a great dancer.
I mean, so good.
She's so good. And like the Heaven Must Be Missing Angels, her dream, like that whole sequence. Like,
well, I guess she's like a formally trained ballroom dancer.
Wow, amazing. She's so good. It's so fun. I completely forgot about Baby Got Back. I don't know how that like left my brain.
Yeah.
But as soon as like I see Soul Train, I'm like, oh my God,
Becky, look at her butt. And then she's just like looking at her butt as she works, and I'm like, you know what, get it, girl.
It's funny how her butt is like just part of her character traits.
It's a character on its own.
She's got a butt of its own, right? A mind of its own, right? But so that's on the music side. Movie side, these were other popular movies that came out either same day or right around the same exact time. Meet the Parents, Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller. Legend of Bagger Vance, Will Smith and Matt Damon and Charlize. Remember the Titans, Denzel. And Book of Shadows, Blair Witch 2. Has anyone seen Blair Witch 2?
No, I haven't seen that one. Alex, I think you saw it.
Did you see Blair Witch 2, Alex? Oh, she's muted. Yeah.
Yes, I did. The Book of Shadows, and it is unhinged. It is like if the first Blair Witch, you're like, not really sure what's going on, what they're seeing. The second Blair Witch is like, bam, that's what they're seeing. This is what's happening. It's so very bold. It's just ridiculous.
I can't hate it because it's so just different and weird, and they went for it. So those were the popular like top 5 or so movies at this time. So in comes Charlie's Angels. So I want to throw it over to you ladies for a quick second. Technically, this is the time in my episodes where I might ask my guests like, so what's this movie about? What's like the very quick little, short story? But it's Charlie's Angels. We kind of know they're like saving the world, saving everyone, right? Instead, I thought it would be fun for each of you to talk about the characters, talk about each of the ladies, right? And tell us about them. How would you describe them? I know we already kind of like have mentioned some character traits and stuff, but I figured, and this was so fun because Claire, since you're Natalie, you feel like Alex is Dylan and Danielle is Alex. Maybe you each just kind of like shine a light on your sort of angel, your assigned angel. Okay. How does that sound? Do we like?
That's good. Yeah.
It sounds good, except I feel like I know the least about mine. I feel like I have something to say more about Natalie and Dylan than Alex.
Yeah.
But
we'll see how it goes. We can help each other. Angels help each other out. All right. Don't be nervous. So Claire, you want to go first and you want to talk about Natalie and like describe her in your own words?
Yeah. Natalie is just like on the outside, you think she's like the all-American girl. She'd be like the popular girl in school, but actually she's a big old nerd and she's a goofball. And the beautiful thing about Natalie is she doesn't care really what people think of her. She just like lives in her own world and does her own thing, and God bless her. Yeah, I just love her energy, and I love how just like authentic she is to herself, even if it's a goofball. She's not gonna, let anybody make her feel embarrassed about herself, and she'll get up on that dance floor, and she only knows 70s dance moves, but she's gonna rock it and do a great job at it. But then she's also like a real girl who gets nervous and awkward around boys too, so she doesn't have like
relatable.
Yeah, absolutely.
So relatable, right? She might not be relatable in like looks and dance moves for people, but at least the cute, like she's got such great chemistry with Luke Wilson, who also looks so good. Like they're just so real. They're awkward, the way they look at each other.
Yeah, he was my favorite boy in this for sure.
That's another good question. Yeah, who's your favorite like love interest, right? God, he's just so charming,
Luke.
right?
Yeah. He's just so sweet, and I don't know. He's very innocent. I feel
very innocent, very normal. Like she went for a normal guy, even though Luke Wilson is a babe, but he's a bartender. Like I love how he's on the phone with her later, and he's like, like, am I gonna see like more of you? I figured we'd like kind of see each other for longer periods of time more regularly, right?
Well, and they
I like
say
that
like
they just decided to get tickets.
Tickets.
We don't know
what, but tickets. Sure. Yeah, and they were like, "Oh, she finally found someone who speaks Natalie," and so it just feels like they're perfect together.
Yeah, I agree. They're so cute, and like how she runs back in, like she leaves the Soul Train dance because she's got to go to work, but then she comes back in and gives him a kiss, and he's with like the security guards. He's like, like
he's made friends because he's so
and then the security guards were like, "Oh, good job, guy! Like, good job, bro!" And, like, hyping him up too.
Yeah.
Guys, Guys, finally you warm up a little bit.
I guess I didn't hate the Chad either. The Chad was fun.
Oh my God, the Chad. We'll talk about the Chad. The Chad was great. Oh my God. Thank God she said he was great because she could not say again.
That man needed
the Chad. He was gonna,
he needed some reassurance.
He needed to, bring him back. How about you, Alex? Do you want to tell us about your assigned angel, Dylan?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely, as a kid, I wanted to be just like Alex because that was my name, and I was like, I can be the big Alex. Yeah, but no, I've definitely aligned more with Dylan. Direct. I would say, no nonsense about causing nonsense, which I think is a nice little trait to have. Just very serious about raising hell. And then I would say, I don't know, just rebellious and very stubborn, it seems, as well as a bit too wrapped up in the romantics, perhaps. This one, she's always getting into trouble there. So
right, I know she's got 2 love interests. I mean, one of them is not such a good guy, right? But she's, and which is kind of great for the tomboy, let's just say, like, for the kind of queer coded one to then have some like straight men love, I think is also kind of cool, because you would kind of think that kind of character maybe wouldn't get the guys or something, especially back then, but yeah, she's got some loving, and she's in bed like post some fun times with Sam Rockwell, in the blanket.
She made a fun little tie with her.
Right?
Very crafty.
Which is a little toga.
A little toga, right? Toga, he says. Yeah.
I do think they kind of imply that she has like daddy issues or something going on, or just issues with like how her parents both died, and she's kind of putting her love into these men. And they're not really getting it back. I think.
Totally. And that's why she's kind of troubled and like, she's out of the 3 of them kind of maybe the toughest, the quickest to be fiery. And she has that great red hair. I have to just say, Drew with that red hair.
It worked so well for her.
Yeah.
I really thought that was just how Drew Barrymore looked for a long time.
She wears it so well.
It looks good on her.
Meet the most elite crime-fighting force ever assembled. They've got techniques you never dreamed of.
I signed that release waiver, so you can just feel free to stick things in my slot.
They all, again, look stunning. Like they're mesmerizing to watch. But sometimes, Drew, in some shots, I'm like, oh, yes, girl. Like you work that camera, right?
I love her 2 curls on either side of her head different times.
Right? I know. Isn't that funny? Like she's kind of got the wave, but then there's like
it's like a style that people used to do where they like straighten their hair and then curl a few hairs. Like
it's kind of crimpy.
Sometimes crimpy.
Right? Yeah, it's kind of like those like things that you see on like a gift where it's like some things are straight and some are like kind of, like a little, I don't even know what they are, but yeah. And then like we said, she has 2 love interests. Do we want to talk about the Chad real quick a little bit more? So she was with Tom Green at this time. That's why he's in the movie. What do we think about the Tom Green stuff? Do we think it's funny? Does it overstay its welcome? Is it just right? What do you think?
So, I feel like it's right. Yeah, there's not much. It's just a little bit at the beginning and a little bit at the end.
Yeah.
Like I don't hate it. I thought it was fun.
Too much or too little. Yeah.
I love
it. It served a purpose because he had a boat and they needed a boat to get to where they were going. So I was like, okay, makes sense.
He had a tugboat, which is just adorable. A little tugboat.
But now he's like, do you mind if I drive this so we get there faster? Like, right?
Yeah.
It's cute. It's kind of sad because Dylan's always seeming to, well, at least the second time she kind of uses them, at least she gives them, a nice compliment. First time we just get the sense that like, there's nothing there. She kind of used you for a fun night on the boat. Right. So poor Chad. And I don't think Chad is in the sequel. Am I right, Claire?
No.
Yeah. Tom Green.
Were they broken up by that point?
Yeah, they were divorced by that.
Because I think they like got married and then divorced in 6 months. I don't know. It was a wild whirlwind romance.
It was not long at all. Yeah, because I think they got married, I saw, in 2001. So they must have just been like dating together.
They met
and then
on this set, I think.
Oh,
I don't know. From what I read.
Yeah.
But who can say?
Yeah.
What a like career defining and like, I don't know, just like huge turning point in the life of Drew Barrymore, like from getting all the rights and producing this.
Right.
And I think they said she made, she made millions of dollars off of the first Charlie's Angels. Yes. It was interesting seeing what they paid each actor because like Cameron Diaz made $12 million and Drew Barrymore made only like $4 or $5 million or something. Okay. And then Lucy Liu only made $1 million. Okay. Yeah. So, but Drew Barrymore was a producer and had the rights, so she made, a ton more than everyone else.
She made a ton in like her non-acting capacity, right? Totally. Yeah. I mean, for Lucy, I actually am I think that's, I mean, it's so low compared to the other ladies, but then when you just take into consideration, and it's a shame because there's race involved too. So you're like, but looking at like away from that, she just wasn't as well known. She wasn't really a movie star. She was in Shanghai Noon right before this with Jackie Chan and Ally McBeal, very popular show. But yeah, she just wasn't at the level yet as the other two. And this quickly brought her like up to major, star power, Yeah. But yeah.
I wonder what she made in Kill Bill. Hopefully way more.
Had to be more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Millions of dollars. Yeah. Right.
I wonder, it'd be interesting to see what they would have paid like Thandie Newton if they had ended up casting her instead. Because I think she was more well known, right?
A little bit. Well, earlier this year, she was in the Mission Impossible 2 sequel, right? And before that, that's kind of only...
I don't think I had ever heard of Thandie Newton until like it's like 5 years ago. Like I had never heard of her.
Well, she went by Tandy for a long time, and then she changed it in the last few years to Tandy Way, or I guess her like original full name. But yeah, I mean, what do we mostly know her from? Is for me, it's Mission Impossible 2, it's Crash, which was 2005.
Which was in 2000.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I also know her from a smaller role in Interview with the Vampire, but like that's real nerdy. Like she's
okay. I think that's what she was probably. What people would have known her from. Yeah, I just didn't know because, I mean, that would have, I don't know. If they were always going to pay the person of color way less, that's like, I guess, the question, no matter who they were. But I mean, I guess we won't know.
It's interesting. Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like they didn't. So about Alex.
Yes, I was going to say perfect time for you, Danielle.
I feel like they didn't flesh out her character as much either. Personally, I felt like they could have done a little bit more with her. Which is why I feel like I have a little bit less to say, but I do think that she has this through line of being this kind of like break your balls type character with the men. She just she manhandles them. I feel like she will, she uses her sexuality to unionize a workforce, which I think is really great. We do have power in that way, I guess. And then she's really aggressive with her massaging.
Amazing.
But with her boyfriend, she's a little more, gentle in her personal life, I guess. She, she might be aggressive when she's working, but I feel like she's she wants that love in her personal life. She seemed very particular. She set out that entire meal for him. Kind of perfectionist vibes, I think are there. And maybe closed off. I think she is a little closed off too.
A little icy, maybe.
I think she wants to have that love, but she doesn't want to tell him, she's in this committed relationship. She doesn't want to tell him what she actually does. And that's kind of an issue for her. And I don't think she really does ever tell him in the end, right? She's just like, I'm not a bikini waxer, but then she doesn't say what.
Yeah, they unpack it a lot more in Full Throttle.
Yes,
with Lucy Liu's
he's aware of it, and by the time you get to Full Throttle,
good. That's good.
And isn't John Cleese her dad in this?
Yes.
Yeah,
we meet her dad.
Interesting, casting choice.
I
also think they imply that Bill Murray and the other Bosley. Oh my God, why did I just
Bernie?
Right? Bernie Mac are siblings.
That's true. Yeah, because Bernie Mac's first line is my brother isn't keeping track of spending.
And they have a picture of Bill Murray hanging up in their house, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. So, and that's actually real quick. I'll pause our Lucy Liu admiration for a second, just to say, going back to how in the 2019 version there are multiple Bosleys, multiple angels, even though that's weird and feels like not cool enough or something. I guess with the sequel, with Full Throttle, they already kind of established like there's a couple Bosleys, so I guess the seed started. And I can only assume, I didn't really see, I'm sure it's out there, but I can only assume Bernie Mac came in to replace Bill because Bill was such a problem on set, right?
He said he wouldn't come back and work with Lucy Liu or something for the second one.
Yeah,
so rude.
And very rude. He like headbutted McG and
that was
He denies it.
Did you hear that?
He
right?
denies
He
it.
did deny it.
He's like,
but he did say that guy deserves to die, which is
very
interesting.
Some bad blood there.
Yeah.
Deserves to die.
I didn't touch him.
Said Lucy Liu couldn't act, and I was like, damn, dude.
I mean,
harsh.
It's
really just seemed like he yelled at her one day just for maybe no reason. Seemingly, right? I don't know. Just
they're all great. If anything, they're all excellent actors because every scene they're in with Bill Murray, I mean, it feels like nothing but love. Right?
I know.
Yeah,
so
they were like,
they're actors.
They are really good. I mean,
she's a great actress, actually.
Yeah. Ugh, that's so gross.
It's not like it's masterfully written,
Right.
So it's not like, I don't know, they've been given the easiest script in the world to make look good.
Right.
But it's a good script. It's just not like,
totally
amazing, which is what Bill Murray said. They wound up chalking up their differences to like, they blamed the writing for her being a bad actor.
It's just such bully behavior to do that to the person who is like the least famous and has like the least cachet in the industry, just to berate them. It's just straight up bully stuff. It's not
weird,
and obviously he's had other allegations of being really difficult to work with. I think Gina Davis also said in her memoir that she had a really hard time working with him. And he was rude to her on set as well. So this is a reoccurring thing with Bill Murray.
Which movie was that with Gina and Bill? Do you remember? I can't remember what it was.
It's not Groundhog Day, is it? Or
no,
Scrooged? I'm trying to picture Gina Davis.
Dying of Politeness. Oh, wait, no, that's the name of the memoir. Sorry, Quick Change. Quick Change is the movie that they were in.
Oh, that one. Okay.
They also, the same article I read about this said that like Searchlight Pictures had this Aziz Ansari directorial debut and they completely stopped production because of Bill Murray.
Because of Bill, right?
Yeah. And then it got completely shelved after that. So he also kind of.
And it's a bummer because hasn't Aziz had some accusations, I feel like, as well, right?
Yeah, he has. He just had I think he just had his directorial debut officially this year.
Came out with that Keanu movie, right? I can't remember what it was called.
Good Fortune.
Good Fortune.
Yeah, it's getting, people seem to like it. But yeah, he did have that.
And it came and went, at least in my area. It's already out of theaters. But yeah, you're right. That movie with Aziz and Bill, completely shelved, which is a bummer for everyone. But I think Bill was inappropriate with a female crew member, if I remember correctly.
Sensing a pattern here. A lot of women.
I know. I'm like, well, Bill, you seem to be the common denominator here. So maybe the problem is you.
Right? And when you think of Bill and when you think of like Chevy Chase, like, it's almost like old white guys from SNL back in the day, like being total like not having a great reputation at all with men or women, but especially women. It's just like, what happened where you think you can just be an absolute dick and everyone's going to be like, okay, right?
Yeah.
You
never earn the right to be a dick.
Never.
Yeah.
Right?
He was fun in the movie, but I just can't get over the fact that he did that.
It really
and it's great that she stayed and he left. That makes me happy.
Yes. Thank God for that.
Great point, Danielle. Amen to that. Because in other situations, it would have been the opposite. I mean, even the original show, it was sort of like a revolving door of angels. There was always like a couple of them in a couple seasons, but like Farrah Fawcett was only in season 1. So like, I like that at least with these two movies, our trio did not change. You're so right. Yeah. And it's funny because like when he's kidnapped in this movie, like because we now know, I'm kind of like, I don't care about him. Like, let him stay there. Like, I'll go save him. Right?
Yeah.
It's cute when like Cameron Diaz is like, hey, like talking through the slot in the door. Right.
Oh my God, and she's trying to talk to Luke Wilson on the phone, and he's like, "Can you call him back?"
Funny. So funny. Yeah.
A new breed of knockout.
Hi, Pete. How are you?
I'm good. I just.
Could you hold on a second? It's just been kind of crazy this week at work.
I'll just very quickly talk about writers, director, and our stars, even though we kind of already established like what they were doing. But this is what everyone was doing leading up to this, right? Obviously, this is inspired by the famous TV series that aired from 1976 to 81. This movie was written by three guys. Ryan Rowe, who I was looking at his resume, hasn't done a ton. Sorry, Ryan. He wrote a TV movie remake of The Love Bug right before this. Ed Solomon was the second writer. He's got some big movies, Men in Black, Super Mario Brothers, and both Bill and Ted movies. So he's got some good writing cred, right? Yeah. And then John August, who had, let's see, the year before, he wrote Go, which I do love. Have any of you seen Go? Yeah.
Oh my God.
Right. So that might be where some of the fun dialogue is coming from, because Go, all these characters, I mean, check it out if you've never seen it. It's just kind of a wild, how would you describe it? It's like different.
I haven't seen it in such a long time.
Right?
I forgot that was a movie.
It's technically a Christmas movie, so it might be a good time to rewatch.
Yeah, might be.
Right? So that's what those guys were doing. And John August also wrote, I don't think I ever actually saw it, but he wrote the animated film Titan AE, which Drew was just also in. That was like the year before.
Oh.
So, did anyone ever see that? I think it might be Disney. Yeah.
Wait,
no.
What is it?
Titan AE. Does that ring a bell? Might have been either Disney or maybe like DreamWorks when they would like do animation pre Ice Age. All those Ice Age movies.
The Men in Black background makes sense to me, because I think both of these films have that sense of fun running through it.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
So, and
that is a great,
You're so right. It's that action. There's a problem, some big bad guy, but also like lots of like tongue in cheek, kind of meta humor here and there, you know,
a little bit.
Yeah, very.
So those are our three writers, and then our director McG, who we've been talking about, getting supposedly headbutted by Bill Murray. Well,
that's his legacy now.
That's one of his biggest things on his gravestone eventually, right? No, but it's pretty shocking. I don't know, maybe because I'm an indie filmmaker that I'm just like, I cannot imagine directing this kind of huge movie, and this was his directorial debut, his first feature film. Like, wild to me, because it's so good. I mean, it could have been very bad, you know, like the jokes could not have landed. Like, it just could have been so dumb.
Yeah.
But he did a really good first movie. So before this, he was making a name for himself, directing some pretty big music videos. I don't know if you guys saw, but like, you know, All Star, Smash Mouth. I mean,
oh my God.
Music videos are like great, but All Star from Smash Mouth. These are just to name a few. He did tons. Sugar Ray's Every Morning. The Offspring's Why Don't You Get a Job? Do you remember that song? No, why don't you get a job?
Oh, yeah.
Like, whoa, time capsule. And Bare Naked Ladies 1 Week.
It's been a
like, right? Fastball, Horn, lots of like rock videos. So he was just churning them out. And so
no wonder the soundtrack is so good.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Somebody knew what they were doing.
Right? He must have like really knew what he was doing with timing, good songs and everything. So, and Drew knew what she was doing, and the other producers picking him, because it's like, good eye. He's fun. You know, some of these music videos are so silly and colorful, and good choice, right?
Yeah.
So
I do think that was was one of the criticisms about this movie, is a lot of people are like, it's just like one big long music video. And I'm just like, I don't know if they were saying that because of the McG association, or if it, I mean, I can kind of see what they're talking about,
totally.
I guess.
Yeah. But it works for me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I think it was
a modern
so
version, right? You kind of, if you're doing a remake or like a new take on something, especially in 2000, you're going to like go balls to the wall. Like, it's going to be crazy, right? That's kind of how it was. Right.
Yeah. And the music, you're right, is really good. And I'm not sure if this is like 100% true, but I read somewhere that the first scene has like maybe like 5 songs in it or something crazy. So it just really tracks that he is just like cutting one after the other with this music. So
I believe it. There were times where I was like, whoa, already another song. Oh my God.
I was watching it. Yeah, I was watching it with my boyfriend, and like I was just like, there's another one. There's another one. Like, this is just chock full of like well-known songs.
The like original Charlie's Angels theme as well, like peppered throughout, which I love.
It's so fun to hear it, because also they glammed it up a little bit. It's a little more sparkly, right?
It's
fun to like modernize it. But even in the end, like we hear Heaven Must Be Missing an Angel again. But then it like
so many angel songs.
So many angel songs.
You know what? I love it. I love it. I feel like let's embrace it, you know? But then that immediately, once we like fade to black for a second, that cuts, and then we have Blink-182's All the Small Things.
Yes.
Great credits.
And then we basically get a music video.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
they're
sure.
playing the music.
Yeah, which by the way, my favorite blooper reel in any movie.
Oh
is
my
this
God.
one.
Amazing. I loved it.
Absolutely. 1000%.
I'm pretty sure this is what introduced me to Blink-182 though, and that is an extremely important band to me.
Wow.
I love Blink-182. Still to this
down.
day.
I love Blink-182. That's so funny. Oh, I already had the album that song was on. Oh, I burned through that a million times by the time it came out. Oh yeah. But what was so cool was with the music choices, and maybe it's a male director. I assume he's probably straight, you know, like I think it's a great merging of like something for everyone. Like there's like when you think of at least binary, you know, there's something for the girls to enjoy. There's some fun stuff for the guys to like. It's not, I understand why they chose him and chose a lot of the songs, because there's still like a boyish energy to it, so that it's not only a girl movie. You know what I mean? You can feel like the studio making sure like, okay, let's make sure it's like even, you know, which is dumb, but it works really well, I think. Right?
Yeah,
like,
I do think if a movie could be unisex, this one would be.
That's a good way to put it. Right? Because there's something about like, you're watching a Charlie's Angels movie, and you know, there's romance, there's girly stuff. I mean, all the good stuff we want. And then they're like jamming out in a band to Blink-182. I'm just like, oh wow, okay, we're just checking off all the boxes. Like this is for everyone, right? So yeah. But so real quick, I'll just talk about where our three leading ladies, I could talk about all the people in this great cast, but let's just focus on our girls, where they were in their careers. So we mentioned Lucy Liu, Ally McBeal, and Shanghai Noon. She was relatively a newer face for probably the majority of the world, right? Cameron Diaz had just done Any Given Sunday and Being John Malkovich. She was kind of like in her dramatic era. And right before that, she was in her probably equally as big as this. I mean, one of her top tier successes was There's Something About Mary, of course. That was 98.
Yeah.
So she had been coming off those movies. Drew, as we know, acting since E.T., but she had just done, and this is like kind of what's also amazing, why this movie I think just surprises me, that it is such a solid movie. This was only like the second or third movie Drew produced, you know? She had first produced Never Been Kissed in 99, the year before. One of the best. Oh my God. One of the greats, right? So she was in Never Been Kissed, Home Fries with Luke Wilson. So she's like pulling some of her friends back, and Ever After, Cinderella, of course, you know? So she had those classics. So that's kind of what everyone had just been doing up until those moments. Any favorites in some of those names? Do any ring a bell and bring back some memories from that time for any of you?
That's the one that I definitely watched the most growing up, was Ever After. I feel like that was a classic one to show in school even.
Oh yeah. It's like a safe like fairy tale.
And also her name is Danielle, I think, in that. So I was obviously loved that as well.
Gravitated.
You're like, this is my movie, right?
Yeah.
Turn off the
I'm Cinderella. Okay. I'm cool with that.
Love it.
I guess Donnie Darko was after.
That was
Charlie's
after,
Angels.
Okay.
Donnie Darko. Do you love Alex?
Oh yeah, that was the movie that started it all. Yeah.
Oh my God, obsessed. And again, she looks so good. I don't know. I think I like Drew the best with like that reddish hair. I mean, she kind of naturally on her talk show now has a little bit of like an auburn thing, but it's mostly, I guess, brunette. But man, the red on her, it just looked so good at this time. Yeah. Right? So good.
Yeah. I think Lucy Liu was just gorgeous in this movie. And like her little freckles, like, I don't know. I think this is when she was a breakout, partially because it was like, who is that woman? Like, oh my God. Like, I feel like people were really like, whoa, okay.
Yes.
She's
such a babe. I mean, when we see early on in the film, you know, when she's on the boat and she does her first of many like slow motion hair, it was like, whoa. You know? Oh my gosh. But the freckles, the eyes, and like the best smile when she smiles. Because like we said, she's kind of like the most stern one. But when she smiles, it's like, oh my God. Like, wow.
Kill you. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, they all have great smiles. Oh my gosh. Speaking of smiles, I did notice in this rewatch, it was a little like, I noticed, I think Drew was having so much fun at some moments. Maybe you guys noticed this too, especially with Sam Rockwell. When like he's in villain mode, like we now know he's the bad guy, right? where like, especially when he's like tying her up in the chair, she has these little moments. Maybe it's just me that caught this. Maybe I'm overthinking it. That like, you can tell she's like cracking, like she's gonna smile and laugh, but she holds it together. And I'm like, Drew, come on. You can't be smiling like that when he's tying you up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just noticed that. I'm like,
she has daddy issues. No.
Hey.
Yeah. But he had to put the tape on her mouth. He was like, you gotta keep smiling.
Yeah. I felt like she was kind of flirting with him still, was kind of the vibe I was getting more so.
Maybe that was intentional, but I was just
she does have a surliness to her, so I could see that being part of it. But like also, I do think there are a couple moments where it seems like she's not full, like not 100%.
Because I have to say,
she's
like,
still a little blinded by it.
Oh, so, right. He's still cute and right. But like I have to say, when Eric Knox becomes a villain, I really do kind of hate him. Like he's
hard switch. Like he's this adorable little nerd that like is just like super
kind of
wimpy. Smart. Like
I don't know how to make chicken.
Right. And then when he switches, I mean, I love, and now we can talk about like more of our favorite moments if there's anything you guys really want to dive into, because since we're talking about it, I'll quickly say like the big reveal that like he's bad. We've already figured out Vivian, his partner is bad, right? She just was with Bosley. But like Drew's just, like we said, in this toga and this blanket, like she's very vulnerable. And he switches and then he's like spitting at her.
Yeah.
What is he?
Oh yeah, the spitting. I was literally like,
sunflower seeds or something.
What is he eating? Like we didn't
really made me hate him.
I was like, what is he spitting at her? Because she even like,
she's like,
as we're spinning around her. So I didn't like that. And then what else did he do when he's like tying her up? I know the tape, like he did something else that I was like, ooh, this guy is dark. Man, now I can't remember. But
I mean, he kisses her and rips the tape off really fast.
He rips the tape off. Yeah. And I don't know. I just was like, ooh, it's a switch. I mean, Vivian, what's her name? Kelly, is it Kelly
Lynch?
Kelly Lynch, exactly. Kelly LeBronx from Weird Science. But Kelly Lynch, she's like such a hottie as well. And I do love when she and Cameron are like fighting because, like, I don't know, they both got the bobs and they're so fit. And like, you know, that's kind of like a fun like cat fight, I guess. But when she's always kind of a little suspicious, right? So her reveal isn't as, it doesn't make me feel as icky as Sam's does. I guess it just goes to show Sam's a great actor. Man, it kind of felt like, and I know we have some horror fans here, but like, and it's just Drew's connection to it is funny, but like seeing her like kind of be the Neve Campbell in like a Scream reveal where it's like the killers are here, and like it does take like a serious, like I was tense like rewatching this movie, right? I'm just like, oh, like what?
Yeah, you see her get like shot out the window. I remember seeing that and be like, wait, no.
Oh yeah, that's like wild.
It's visceral.
You're like, she can't survive this,
right? But then I do love the slow motion kind of like repeat, and then you know.
It just like makes sense because they've been dodging bullets the entire movie. So of course
it's too good to go that way.
Right. Yeah. That's not how we're going out. Yeah. I also love that the house she rolls down to is the same house that was on set for E.T., which is really cool.
Oh, really? Oh,
they're eating Reese's Pieces. I believe.
Oh my god!
So it's all a lot of references.
Oh my gosh, that's so cute. I didn't realize that. So that house was used in E.T. No way. I did not know that. That's great trivia. See that's why we do what we do. That's why we love talking about movies, right? I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah, the thought that goes into something that you don't even realize until you start digging into it is
those
really
Easter
cool.
eggs, right?
A little help?
Hey, Rewinders. I'm pausing this super fun chat with the angels of the Why the Flick podcast to urge you to listen to their show as well, which is almost at 100 episodes. Also, you have to check out the podcast How Do You Drew, which focuses on the one and only, you guessed it, Drew Barrymore. They also have an episode that just came out a few weeks ago about Charlie's Angels, and it has tons of trivia and they have deep knowledge about the making of this movie. Here's one of the Drew hosts, my friend Ashley, with a little cameo for us, along with my friend Kadu Luongo, who also is a big fan of this film. Hello, angels.
Hello, this is Ashley from the How Do You Drew podcast. I am so excited to be taking part in this Charlie's Angels episode in any small way. I've spent the last month of my life deep in Charlie's Angels celebrations, and it was just a dream, a Drewby dream when this movie was being produced and came out. Still so proud of what our girl Drew managed to accomplish with this. We love everything from the music to the visuals to the costumes to the performances to the stunts. It's just an all-time classic, and I'm so excited that you are going to be covering it.
Good morning, angels. Cadu Luongo here. I've been a huge fan of the franchise for 25 years now, and that movie changed my life when I was only 11, and I'm forever grateful for having Dylan, Alex, and Natalie as incredible role models. Fun fact, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a stunt double because of Power Rangers Charmed and ultimately Charlie's Angels, of course. These movies are huge here in Brazil, especially Full Throttle because of Rodrigo Santoro, and I love that so much. Now we want Charlie's Angels 3. Come on, Drew. What are you waiting for?
Oh boy.
Well, what?
Blowfish when they're talking about blowfish when they're at the and he's like, okay, wolfish, like the way he says it.
Yeah,
oh my god,
that accent. Oh my god.
Okay.
What about
I was
Danielle?
gonna say when this was so unnecessary, I feel, when Drew was like, and I'm gonna moonwalk out of here, and then she does not moonwalk.
She
doesn't.
She tried.
I'm like,
she's like,
why did you even? You didn't have to put that in there if you can't do it.
Right, because they play the music, but she's instead doing like a
like a running man.
Yeah. I do love one of like the lines. I love that scene, and I have to just say, I remember like when this was coming out. I feel like, was it maybe MTV? Like there was obviously a lot of promotion for it and like a behind the scenes thing. And I'll never forget seeing, there was like a special on the girls, their like workout, their training. And I remember seeing footage. Does this ring a bell? Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Right? And like seeing like them doing their like sit-ups and like I just remember like Drew especially was in a shot like shaking doing this like pose, and then she's doing it in the chair, like props to her with her legs up.
Oh wait, that wasn't like a stunt actor.
No,
she actually did that.
Right? They trained 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, just martial
arts. And they couldn't devote any time to the moonwalk. Interesting.
Yeah, I feel like
it wasn't on the list.
First day of martial arts. Do you actually know how to moonwalk? If not, we'll fix that.
Oh my god, yeah, that is so true. Why did they keep the line in? I wonder if Drew just could not do it. But then that's something we're talking about, the great bloopers, the great outtakes in the end. Then show some of that where she's trying. She's like, I just cannot do this. Right?
That would be so funny. Or zoom in on the feet, have someone else do the moonwalk, and then cut to her.
Yeah. Get Sam Rockwell's feet in there because I'm sure he knows how to do it.
Oh my god, yes.
He definitely knows.
He would.
He would. Right? But I do love her legs up, and I just love that line. That's kicking your ass, but in that Drew Barrymore lisp.
Kicking your ass. I love that.
Oh, the lisp came out on that line.
Yes. It's almost like so exaggerated. Like
it feels very intentional.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe a little bit there. I can see that.
And that's kicking your
and the whole Blur song too, that whole song that she's beating them up to. I just love that whole sequence. So yeah, but her legs up in the air, not shaking, probably doing it multiple times, right? And just saying her lines very like calmly. I'm like, oh, good for you.
Yeah. You're not listening. I just love all of the kung fu fighting, like when they first run into the creepy thin man, and the way that he just like doesn't speak at all, which was a choice by Crispin Glover, I guess.
Apparently, he did not like any of his lines, and it's honestly really smart to not have him speak. He's so creepy.
Yeah, because he's so creepy,
so creepy,
and he just rips hair out, and he loves to sniff it and tuck it away for later.
I remember seeing when I saw this in theaters, like the whole crowd when I think the first time he smells the hair is at the like racetrack scene, which completely forgot about that. But like I think that's the first time he
takes it out,
right? With it's Dylan's hair, and I just remember the whole crowd was like, oh, this is weird, right? Like immediately, like, oh no, this guy's gotta go,
Yeah, we also learn a lot more about him in the second movie.
We do,
yeah, his whole Batman origin story.
Oh, wow. Yeah, because he like has a thing about haircuts. Oh, he was raised by. That's the other thing. Okay, I just love. Sorry, I know we're jumping all over the place, but there's so many good cameos in this movie, and so many good cameos in the sequel too. Because Carrie Fisher is in the sequel, and she's like one of the nuns who watched Crispin Glover's character and tried to give him a haircut.
I have to watch this.
The second one, you should watch.
So good.
Oh yeah. Just like as soon as we're done, let's just put it on and like text them, right? Yeah, I forgot all about that. But yeah, tell me more, Claire, about what did you think seeing this kung fu? Because it's, in such a great way, much like Kill Bill, going back to Kill Bill, it's so stylized. Like a lot of it, the women really are. I mean, we see them doing some amazing kicks and like lunges, but also, it's very obvious they're on like, strings, pulling them up, which I think is so cool. But what else did you love about
I just thought it's so empowering. And I know that Drew Barrymore was very adamant that like none of the angels use guns in the movie, that they all just rely on like their fists. And I was like, I just love that. I love that it's like 3 badass women who can punch people and just do crazy things with their bodies and fly around and do kicks in the air. And I think it's so empowering, and it's just cool to see. Like, we don't get a lot of that kind of action, I feel like, nowadays. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah, not only are these like women in STEM, these are women in UFC, basically.
Yeah.
So
important, just equally important, I think.
Yes, exactly.
That's so great. What a great word.
And it's the style of fighting in this is called wire fu, which I thought was interesting.
Cool.
It is a type of, I think it's originated in Chinese cinema, and it's where you're performing your martial arts on wires, which makes a lot of sense, because when I watched, I was like, why is everyone defying physics? This is great.
Okay, this is something I've always wondered.
If it's the style, maybe.
In any kind of like martial art, like fight scene in any movie, there's always a scene where somebody is running in the air, like their feet are just pedaling for some reason, and I'm always like, why are they pedaling? Do you go faster? Do you go forward?
It's
like
the velocity in the air, and science.
I mean, it looks really cool. It does.
It does look really cool.
It looks so, like, I just remember, I think it's with the creepy thin man. Yeah, when during that big first crazy, in the alleyway, it's Cameron Diaz, and it looks like, maybe it's the Scary Movie brain in me, that like it just looks like she's not gonna make it and gonna just fall.
Yeah, and it's literally what they do in Scary Movies. Like, she's going slow-mo. Yeah, she's like going slow-mo, and they're like waiting for her, and she's still like going slow-mo, like kicking.
Oh my god! I need to not only finish Full Throttle, and then after that, I'm just gonna put on Scary Movie too, because I mean, right? It's all one big marathon. But yeah, I think it just looks cool because it looks so. Like, gravity would, of course, pull any of us regular people down, but these people are just special, And
the way that the 3 of them work together too, because like when they have to jump the fence, they're like brace, and they put their arms together, and Cameron Diaz jumps on them and bounds over, and then the rest of them cat crawl up.
Like a thing in martial arts where if you're fighting as a unit, you like work as a unit, which is interesting. Like one body.
Love that. Absolutely. The choreography of the fighting is amazing.
Oh, and it's so prolific, like just a lot of it, like a lot of choreography,
and not only the physical choreography of it all with the actors, but how the camera moves with them, or doesn't move and just stays static for some shots. It's perfect.
It is a really good like camera work for fight scenes, because it does keep you engaged without like overwhelming your senses or anything. I feel like some movies try too hard with like camera angles and fight scenes and stuff, and this kept it simple but very fun to watch.
Right. Yeah. Like, I just feel like, I don't know, I'm thinking of like some of these like Transformers movies, like whenever there's fighting, it's just like your eyes kind of glaze over and you're like, what am I looking at? Right. So this, it's like, maybe because even in group scenes where there's multiple, like with Drew's scene, as she's like tied to the chair, even though there's a bunch of guys there, it's like the camera and the choreography of it all, it only focuses on a few at a time. So it's very
for sure.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Very important in fight choreography, because otherwise you just see 4 people just standing, waiting to attack.
Hold on.
You guys could have taken her by now.
Cameron Diaz.
I'm like a virgin, I mean, it's my first time. Here.
There was a whole section on the Wikipedia about other reception of this movie, and apparently there's a lot of bird controversy. Did anybody else look
No.
I didn't get to that part. Whoa.
I was just thinking, like, of course, Natalie's like a birder.
Yeah. Well, apparently the birders and ornithologists were all up in a tizzy over this film, because they say that the bird song sounds like a pygmy nuthatch, and the nuthatch only lives in Carmel, California, according to them, but it actually does live in more places than Carmel, California. So you wouldn't be able to use it to identify exactly where it was coming from. And then also the actual bird that they use is not even a pygmy nuthatch. It's a Venezuelan troupial. And that bird is 6 times larger than a nuthatch and not native to California.
And they just got away with that.
Wow.
And not only that, the audio is a thick-billed fox sparrow.
Oh,
this is not any of those birds.
Bird crimes.
Oh, this is
very serious stuff.
All right.
Representation crimes against birds. Really did not try with this. So.
We just take back every good thing we've said about this movie.
Yeah.
All right.
I know. I hate that. We can't let this stand. The birds, it's all over the place with the birds. And then apparently McG did finally speak to his crimes and say that they were late and over budget and they just had to like
it was a rush job.
Take any bird act.
It's a rush job.
So
like,
I'm glad he finally addressed this because it was very important.
Wow. I mean, you know, I do have to say those are some big errors, right? I mean,
just one mistake after the other.
I mean, also, if that's not a pygmy, just change it to the Venezuelan. What I mean,
I know, I don't know.
No one watching the movie will be like, wait, now they're in Venezuela. Like, whatever. Okay, we're along for the ride, right? Wow. Well, good. I'm glad McG told the truth. Finally, he came.
Came clean. We needed the explanation.
That's some interesting trivia, Danielle. Wow, I missed Birdgate. Whoa. Wow.
Birdgate.
Birdgate. Okay.
I did like that bird came in clutch for them twice. So it was like, I will help you save the day. And really saved Alex.
Right. And I love Natalie's, I just love when she hears the like Cameron is just so funny with like she's so eager and excited to then like do the whistle. Like just the comedy that's going on is really so sweet and funny. I mean, how can you not smile, right? When you're watching this movie?
It's so pure. Yeah.
So pure. She's such a dork. I love it.
Oh, the bloopers. My favorite part in the bloopers is when they're at the fast food restaurant and she's like, I'll have 3 cheeseburgers, 3 large fries, 3 cherry cokes, 3 apple pies. What do you guys want?
What do you guys want?
And I'm just like, that is me.
That was like another iconic line where I feel like people riff on that and make jokes about that.
And I used to just vocal stem the nyet, nyet, honk, honk, wee, like all the time.
What is that part from? I don't even remember.
One of the bloopers.
Okay.
Yeah, she's just randomly in the driver's seat making like pig noises. Oh, so good.
I think my favorite blooper was when Lucy Liu was trying to shoot the arrow and then it like falls back in her face and she just starts laughing and I start laughing with her. I was like, that was funny, girl.
It's so funny to the point where like that is so in my brain, like that is part of my DNA now, that like when I saw her do that in the actual movie, I was like, wait, why isn't she laughing? I'm like, oh, that comes later, right? That's so funny. Yeah, because what's the line she says also is very
what
funny.
Is
like,
the line?
Time to win the teddy bear.
Yes. Time to win the teddy bear.
And then she shoots it and it like goes back, hits her face. It's so cute. I love that moment too, Claire. Yeah, that. And then I also love the blooper of Cameron running back into Luke from the Soul Train, but slipping, and everyone goes, whoa. And she just kind of awkwardly laughs.
She tried to keep going. She was like, I gotta go. And she just couldn't keep up with it.
So funny. Yeah. Oh, best bloopers for sure.
Drew Barrymore.
I figured we could have a little breakfast.
I have to go.
I feel like we should also put a shine on Charlie. Even
of course.
We haven't talked about him very much
because we haven't had a chance.
Same voice from the original show, right?
Absolutely. Same guy from the original Charlie's Angels. Isn't that perfect? I don't know. Now, I don't know. Maybe you guys might know. I don't think that's him on camera. I think that's a different actor walking around like on the beach. I don't know if that's actually him, but the voice, what a great voice. And it's sad because he passed away. So I know in the 2019 version, they got a different actor, but I mean, just what an iconic, warm voice. And then just when we think, oh, is he home? Are they going to finally meet him? No.
I know,
right?
it always made me so mad that they could never find him or see him, and then they just see him just out of range when they're at the beach at the end, and I'm like,
during
so
like
close.
their celebration. I do love how Dylan gets like a moment of like, and especially sort of like how we were saying, like they alluded to like daddy issues. It is kind of nice, and also just knowing like Drew's the one that really was a big figure in getting this movie made. That like her character is the one that like kind of almost sees him, like she's you know, sort of seeing Santa, but
okay.
right?
It was weirdly giving me like he is God vibes a little bit.
It does,
like, they're angels first of all, and then just when they enter the home, it's very much like we're in heaven. Like, we finally reached God, and it's like, oh dang, we can't even see him.
You're so right. Yeah, it does feel a little like he's God and like Bosley's like Jesus or something, right? And then we have like, you know,
the relationship. Well, first of all, I'm like, they're so devoted to him, and I'm not 100% sure why, but they love him a lot. I guess he's very much like a godly father figure.
You know, you're making me think, Danielle. Let's talk about it. Are they in a cult? Is this the Charlie cult?
When they say the thing where they're like, when Alex is practicing what she's gonna say to Matt LeBlanc, and she's like, I'm 1/3 of a crime fighting elite backed by an anonymous millionaire. And I'm just like, an anonymous millionaire, like putting you in all these assignments and stuff.
We need to know the motivation.
Privately owned? Like just
For profit. Sounds sketchy for sure. Right? Yeah, totally. I know. I wrote that down too. I'm like, nothing about that worries you.
Does the government know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like how the movie began with them in the sky, and I was like, the angels are in the sky.
And the line. I love that line. Birds can't fly.
What is
the angels can.
Yeah, of course. So good. I know all the tongue in cheek like angel bird stuff and the songs. I think it all works really well, you know. But yeah, that Lucy Liu scene where she's going over as she's trying to, and we one thing we know is like she's a terrible, I guess, cook or baker with the like hard muffins.
Girl.
Like that felt very like Austin Powers to me, you know, like that's very goofy. But I did love also going back to the action. Like what a sick scene when that trailer is getting shot up.
Yeah, that's iconic.
And how she quickly gets up there and her hair. I just remember like all the debris in her hair. That's like true action movie moment, you know?
Oh yeah.
And then whatever she's baking.
The souffle.
Is it a souffle?
Yeah, the souffle.
Oh man, and
Poor
how it just
girl.
completely caves in. It's so goofy, right?
Yeah.
And there are so many explosions in this movie. I think I counted at least 3. I mean,
first
as there should
90
be,
seconds, you
right?
get that huge explosion in the sky.
Yeah. Maybe there's
like,
4. You're right, at the beginning. So there's a lot, but I mean, as there should be. I mean, you would think for this movie.
More.
Hello.
Yeah.
Lucy Liu.
At your service.
Any disguises you wanted to shout out? Because I'll quickly say I love when they are in drag as men.
I'm sorry,
yes, that's so good.
Right.
John David Rage. My name is John David Rage. And then as a sumo wrestler, I think that whole scene, I just love that
sumo
party.
scene is so funny. Bill and Tim Curry, like so random, right?
Uh-huh.
Can we just like give another shout out to Tim Curry? Like what a guy. He's just so good. And I remember last time we talked, I mentioned, I forget why I brought this up, but he is in, it was because of Fairuza. He is in The Worst Witch, which you all need to see.
Oh, right.
Next Halloween.
Right.
I know,
Maybe he'll come on my show because we're going to talk about it for its 40th. But God, he's so good singing.
I just completely forgot he was in this movie, and then he came on screen, and I was like, "What?" Like,
and it's more than
in this,
and I love his character in this. Like the whole like. He made fun of me or something, so I had them all fired, and they all laugh. And he's like, "What's so funny?" I did,
He's so good. He just, and it's great because it's more than just like one scene. He's actually in it a lot. I forgot that the creepy thin man kills him. That was another like good like tense scene, right?
Oh yeah, the
with
little
the massage
hot tub area,
all that good stuff. Yeah.
Sauna.
Yeah, he's great. We have Melissa McCarthy. Her cameo is so
fun.
I mean, it wasn't really a cameo because she was not famous. That was just a small, role. But what a cute moment, right? I wanted to ask you, ladies, especially because you're ladies, but I feel like the word "bitch" is thrown around a lot in this movie.
It is.
And I just want to, because for me, I just feel like in 2025, I feel like I don't know, I kind of hear that word less. Like that word sort of, I feel like we're just more conscious of that being like a pretty nasty word, you know, whereas back then it was. So what do you think? Like, is it kind of weird to hear it? Like it was sort of weird.
Oh yeah. It definitely was jarring when I heard it. I thought, I don't know. I'm just not used to hearing it as much. So when you hear it again, you're kind of like, oh yeah, shoot, we used to say that a lot.
Right. Yeah. Like guys would call our angels bitches, and then Melissa McCarthy says like bitch to Lucy Liu.
Oh yeah, that's the one that really hurts because it's like, oh, the
woman on woman crime.
It's like, right? It's like the nice, like sweet office ladies calling me a like what? Right.
Yeah. At least when the men did it, I was like, well, they got their asses kicked. So they got what they deserved.
I honestly did not even it didn't even register.
It didn't even,
they were saying it a lot. I didn't even think about it, but I think that might be because like I work in like a place with clients that are like not doing great and stuff. So like there's a lot of probably language that isn't totally appropriate that gets thrown out around a lot. Like, yeah. So,
jeez, okay. Wow. Well, you need to kick some butt in that office, I guess, right? Wow. Yeah. It just, I don't know. My ear, not that I'm all for cursing. Let's curse it up. But I'm just like, oh, we're hearing that word a lot. And it's like, such a pro-women movie, obviously, that I'm like, right. You know? So.
It's a weird movie because it kind of dog whistles to both sides. Like, it's like, okay, for the men, we'll objectify, the crap out of these women so that you have something to look at this entire movie while your girlfriend or wife watches and it's just like, cool, like women doing amazing things. Like, it kind of
we're getting two different things out of it.
When you're like, oh, it has something for everyone, it's kind of like, yeah, it does. Like, everyone.
Well, since we're talking about it, I'd love to know, what do you think, like, if this specific version was made today, what would you change about it? Would you objectify them less? I mean, because here's the thing, like with Cameron's butt, I don't know, as a gay man, it's so funny, but I'm sure that's obviously for a lot of the straight men in the audience, the boyfriends, to be like, what do you think, Alex?
I think if they could just figure out a way to turn it on its head would be great. Like if there was a way to like acknowledge and reference like the objectification of Charlie's Angels in general, without like playing into it, like if we had like a scenario where someone said, you look prettier if you smile. And we had like, perhaps some form of combat following that. Like, I just think like there's a good way to like, kind of make fun of itself.
Yeah.
In there.
Get some punishment for some of that stuff, right? Yeah.
There's some like camera angles and stuff that I think are a little gratuitous in this. Like, it's really close ups on people's butts. And I'm like, you don't really need that to even have like an attractive person in this role.
Right.
So I do think you could cut that a little bit.
Yeah.
For sure. Do that quite as much. They can still wear like, skin tight outfits and whatever.
Right.
Like, fine. Just not maybe some of the camera angles felt a little
without the obvious, like,
I think the thing that saves it for me for this movie is that they use their like feminine wiles against so many of the men in this movie. So it is like they know that they're being sexualized, but they're turning that into a weapon against the people that they interact with. Obviously, like there is still camera angles where it is very much like male gaze, but for me, it worked a little bit more because of the fact that they are acknowledging and self-aware of like, this is how we look, this is what we look like, and we can kind of like get our jobs done if we lean into this a little bit more.
I think it helps in this movie because like there's a difference between like I don't even know, like like characters, like a woman that is like, if they had made these female characters misogynistic themselves, then it would be like problematic. Like if they were worried about how they were perceived by men and stuff, or like, but they're not at all. Like in the movie, they're very self-possessed people. So it does it helps,
Totally. Yeah. I mean, I think of like when Drew's got the blonde wig at the like racetrack, and
that's the one that stands out.
The breasts are just beautiful, and she is showing the cleavage, and then she licks the steering wheel. But like, that's you. I know him. I'm like, girl, you don't know him. Which, by the way, that's another Wilson brother, and he's in all of Drew's movies. It's
really?
Oh my god!
He's also in Full Throttle. He's like a cop in that one.
Early
on in the film, explaining like when they're talking about like the surfer wax, like he's in that scene. So yeah, and he pops up in like Whip It, which I love. Drew Barrymore was in it and directed it, but he pops up in a lot of her movies. I guess they must be friends.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know. But that's exactly like a moment where it's kind of like it's something for everyone, but it makes sense for the character because she has to distract him while some other stuff's going on. So yeah, it is sort of a funny thing with this kind of story where it's like, yeah, it's ladies using sexuality sometimes to do their job, you know, and then the angles can be problematic. Maybe,
yeah.
right?
I read a really good essay. It was called The Strange Cultural Legacy of Charlie's Angels by Olivia Rudigliano. And this was more about the TV show to the 2000 versions, but she talked about viewing it as this negotiation between established regressive values and burgeoning progressive ones, and almost like viewing it as a handoff between the old world order and the new. So it's kind of like this in-between kind of thing where it's like we're still holding on to some of like the bad stuff, and then we're also like looking towards the future and more empowering things.
It's like the Venn diagram.
Yeah. And I think that is true for the original to this one as true as it is from like this one to the 2019 version, even if the 2019 version wasn't as successful from a commercial standpoint. So I would recommend just reading that article because I found it to be really interesting.
Thanks for telling
had some good points.
Totally. I mean, and like, whatever stuff I guess didn't age well or maybe isn't the best, you know, it was a major success. So I guess for the time, it was sort of like the best of all those worlds of that Venn diagram, right?
It had a lot riding on it too, because it was like one of the first female action movies to get made. This was before like Angelina Jolie was in Tomb Raider, so like we didn't have anything before this. So I'm glad it was successful.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it did so well.
Totally, really well. And then we got Full Throttle, and then I'm still surprised we didn't get another one. Now I want to ask you all, would you like see another one with these ladies coming back?
Or do you feel like in a heartbeat?
100%.
Yeah,
I think
right?
Yeah.
Like their age now. Like I don't know
Why not?
who Bosley would be.
Yeah, they're all still beautiful.
Ooh.
Oh God, they're so beautiful. They recently reunited in the last couple of years with Demi in like a Zoom thing. I don't know what it was for, but it was so, and they all were like loving on each other and talking about Full Throttle. Like it could be really fun to bring this trio at least back.
Sam Rockwell could come back. Well, he died. He comes back because he didn't really die. Again,
again.
Yeah. Didn't really die. They're back.
And also it's funny because like the whole missile thing, which is pretty cool that like Lucy Liu's quickly able to like reroute the missile. But like it is funny how like for all the action with Vivian and Creepy Thin Man, they sort of just like Drew like kind of wraps him in the chains, which is cool, and pulls him down. And I guess we just assume they die in like the explosion.
That was such a weird scene because it was like, oh, you're wrapped in the chains. You can't, you're stuck. And it was like, they've been fighting for hours and you just showed up and put chains on them and they're like, they can't move. It's
a little goofy.
Well, I was like, they died because there was he shot
explosion.
Into the castle thing that they were in. But then the Thin Man comes back in the sequel.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that's right.
Well, then anybody can come back.
This fall, get some action.
I just love the three of them together, and I'm glad that it was these three who came together for the movie, and they just have such perfect chemistry together. So I really appreciate that they did the work to obviously like Drew Barrymore called up Cameron Diaz and was like, girl, you want to be in this movie? Yeah. So they already had that like friendship defined, but the fact that they really did the work to find Lucy Liu and make sure it was right chemistry and they all felt like they were sisters together just made this movie perfect for me.
Absolutely. And I love that they're still so tight. I think they've all been on Drew's show because on her talk show, they had a Charlie's Angels reunion. And I think they went to Lucy Liu's Walk of Fame, handprint stuff, or no, her star on the Walk of Fame. So yeah, I love that they are like a fam, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's got to bond you, movie like that.
Yeah, I would think so, right?
All
that hours of
martial
martial
arts
training.
Right?
Yeah, doing all that training.
That's true. Yeah, all the work
Ugh.
off camera and then all the work on camera. I mean, like you're spending so much crazy and like I'm sure with harnesses and like just like personal stuff too. You're like, ooh, okay, is this like feeling weird for you as well?
Chafing,
You know?
probably.
Yes, right? They make it look good. Well, okay, ladies, before we talk about, because I want to hear what's next for your show and I want everyone to hear about Why the Flick, but I thought this would be kind of fun. It's very silly, but one last scene I wanted to highlight that I feel like a lot of people love is Lucy Liu being very like kind of cold to she's in work mode and the one guy's trying to hit on her and she's like no, but she says a line that has become so memorable, and that is, I want each of us to do our version of it. Okay, a little bit of acting. So the line is, I'll do my best Lucy Liu, flip your goddamn hair. Okay, so that's my version. It just feels so good to say. All right, so now if you're comfortable, I'd love for each of you to do your Lucy Liu, flip your goddamn hair, however you can.
I'm gonna get into a character.
Okay.
You have an AirPod. Yeah,
right.
AirPod, so
I
actually am in character.
Right?
I am Alex right now.
You want to do it, Claire?
Flip your goddamn hair.
Yes. Okay, who's next?
I'll go if you want.
Okay,
if you want to
go for it, Alex.
Okay. Flip your goddamn hair.
Love it.
All right, Danielle.
Okay. Flip your goddamn hair.
Oh, so good.
So good.
I feel like, right? It's like so powerful. It's just a little silly line. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Right? We have to do that.
Yep.
I don't have.
And that was a perfect hair flip. She did so good.
Toss.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Toss.
That whole scene where she's saying no. Just
right.
that, it's a great reminder that no is a complete sentence. And if someone keeps asking you the same question over and over again, you can keep saying no.
Seriously, right? Everyone should just save that shot like in their phone or whatever to just be like, no, right? So good. It was immediate. Like, that's what I mean. Because like you said, Danielle, we might not know much about like her backstory, much, of her day to day in this movie, at least. But man, we immediately see how powerful she is, how that Alex is. I love it. So good. Well, tell me first of all, for anyone listening who maybe doesn't know your show yet, do you guys want to just tell us what is Why the Flick? What have you guys talked about recently? What's next on your list of episodes? Because you talk about great movies from the past as well. So who wants to tell us?
I'll do it because I usually do the outro for our show, but we are Why the Flick. We are a bi-weekly podcast, so we come out every other Tuesday. And we pretty much we pick up a new movie every episode and ask ourselves, why the flick did we watch this? So we've done quite a lot of fun movies this past season. Mark, as mentioned, you were on for our Return to Oz episode, which was so fun because it had the 40th anniversary this year, so it felt very fitting that we bring you on to talk about that movie. But yeah, we've done a lot of really fun ones. Hocus Pocus, Spy Kids, as mentioned. We did The Substance at the start of our season. We just did Death Becomes Her, and we are planning to do Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Good.
Next.
Okay.
Yeah, we basically talk about the movie. We jump all over the place. We're very like freeballing it basically on our show, but we do have totally. But we have some fun segments too at the end that we do, and yeah, it's just a fun time.
And do you want to say, I love it. I love it, guys. You guys have to listen if you haven't already. But now, why is it called Why the Flick? You want to explain what the little question you ask on the show?
It's like a play on words, like WTF, and then Why the Flick. Yeah. So, but yeah, we ask ourselves, why the flick did we watch this movie? And then we also have like the segments at the end that all tie into flick in some way. So we have Duh Flick, which are kind of like just fun questions we have about the movie. We have Dick of the Flick, speaks for itself. And then how many flicks do we give is like our rating system at the very end.
Love it. How many flicks would you give Charlie's Angels?
I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 on my letterbox. I'd probably give it like a little bit higher than that. I think I'd give like a 4.8 or something.
Yeah. I was
gonna say,
give
it a 5. I really like it.
Then I'm doing a 5. Yeah. I'm changing it on my letterbox.
Is this the first 5, Danielle?
No, I gave 5 to Spy Kids.
Spy Kids, right? That makes sense.
There's a theme. There's a theme.
I think it's
here.
the first time because I just changed mine to 5 now too. So I think it's the first time
since we're all comfortable with a 5, yeah,
yeah,
5.
5 is
it's
all
the
around.
perfect movie, apparently.
Love it. Well, thank you, ladies, so much. Thank you, Angels, for your work for saving us.
Thank you, Mark.
Mark. Sorry, I keep on messing it up.
Charlie's Angels.
Girl, I didn't know you could get down like that. Charlie, how your angels get down like that? Well, what an explosive episode, huh? And listeners, did you know that Tom Green was apparently diagnosed with his infamous testicular cancer during the filming of this movie? Drew Barrymore, like we said, who he was with at the time, she allegedly spent most evenings after filming at the hospital with him. Isn't that so sweet? Maybe they can get back together? They're both weird and odd and single, maybe? I don't know if Tom Green is single, but I would love that, right? Well, thank you all very much for listening to or watching this episode, and thank you so much to my guests, Claire, Danielle, and Alex from the Why the Flick podcast for joining me and kicking ass, or shall I say kicking ass, with your great research. Thanks also Ashley and Kadu for your cameos. What a stacked cast for this episode. Loved it all. If you enjoyed this, tell your friends, leave a rating, a review, and or a thumbs up on YouTube, and follow me on Instagram at Release Date Rewind to see much more. Thanks Straw Hat Media, the You Run Podcast Network, Kyle Motzinger, and the Portland Media Center in Maine. Next up, we are going back to 1985 with the bloody good time Once Bitten. But ooh, looks like Charlie needs me. I better go.
I gotta go.
Charlie?
Yeah.